What's happening out there, everybody? Just want to talk to y'all about finances, because I'm learning just like the rest of y'all. You know what I mean? And I think I learned something valuable this time around. Now, anybody that really knows me knows I could have just bought the car cash, right? All cash, right? And my ego wanted me to do the same thing. Like, you got it, hurry up, just do it real quick or whatever. But I also didn't want to go under a certain mark that I had saved up. So that kind of helped me by default, or my ego probably would have won. So by default and by accident, I've discovered a new way of hustling, a new type of hustle. Even though I hear people say credit all the time and all this shit. And I'm still going to prove that cash is still relevant, you know, because a lot of people say it's not, but it is. They're both relevant. So instead of me paying all of it off at once, I paid half, right? Like 20 bands, right? And then, remember, this is by accident because I didn't want to go under a certain amount that I had saved. So all this is by accident, really. My ego is saying, pay it all at once, right? But my other ego is saying, don't go under this certain mark that you got, so just put down 20K. So that's what I do, right? Half of what the car costs, right? Basically. And then, guess what? One night I was just thinking, and I was like, man, I'm about to just pay this shit off real quick. You know what I mean? Build up the credit, pay it off real quick, right? Then try to get a house. But when I was thinking is, why pay it off quick? Why use my money? Remember, the cash is important because I had to put down the 20 grand. Without the 20 grand, none of this would be possible. What I'm about to tell y'all. I was thinking, like, why use your money to do it, right? After, of course, I used my 20 grand, but after the remaining balance, like, I'm like, why use your money to do it when I got a safety bonus every 3 months, right? And a safety bonus every 3 months is like $1,300 after tax, right? The payment is like $1,500. So as long as I don't get in no accidents, the safety bonus pays for it, and none of my money touches it. I don't use my money. I use the safety bonus, and I don't even notice my safety bonus anyway. It just gets deposited in my bank account, and that's it. I mean, I know it's coming. Like, I can't. Who would know $1,500 is coming, or $1,200? My bad. Right. The point is, some of y'all might not have safety bonuses when you're trying to get these houses or these cars, but you got income tax. So even though you might have to pay during the year, you know what I mean, you could use that income tax at the end to pay yourself back, or what I'm trying to say, or whatever. You get the point. That income tax could be you paying off that, because you're really not working for it. Technically, yes, you are working for it because it's your tax. I get it. Just like I'm technically working for a safety bonus, but not really with my body. I don't notice it. You see what I'm saying? But none of that would have been possible if I didn't have the 20K. And honestly, I could have just bought it outright. But again, that's my ego telling me to do that. But my brain, once I sat back and thought about it, like, nah, that don't make sense. Because why would you use more of your money to hurry up and pay it off when you're not even going to even notice it if you just use your safety bonus to pay it? And that's all I got to say, y'all, man. Shout out to people who have always been telling me about credit. You know, I'm stubborn and hard-headed, and I'm used to just cash all the time and saying fuck credit and all that. But I only reason why I decided to try to give credit a try is because a house is next. And one more thing. Even though credit has interest, the interest wasn't that much at all, for real. And when I do get a house, I'm definitely going to pay at least half. I'm not going to just put down some mediocre payment and then have a high-ass payment. Nah, I might even fuck around and just buy a house. It depends on what it is. Like a dream house, probably not. Because why would you want to spend all your earned income on it when you can have your earned income earning passive income and use the passive income to pay off things you loan and shit like that? I'm not a fan of loans like that, but I understand it has a purpose. I still think cash is king overall. So don't get caught up in the hype of, you know, a loan is just God and cash is nothing. That's bullshit. Don't believe that. But it has its purpose. You know what I mean? It has its purpose. And if you got good credit and you got plenty of cash, that if all else fails, man, all else fails, everything goes bad, you could just pay it off. Then you good. Don't worry about it. You probably should be better off getting a credit. The problem is a lot of people don't have that. They're not in that position to just pay something all off if something goes bad. You see, and that's how they really get put in a hole. But if you somebody on your shit, and yeah, get credit. You know what I mean? As long as the interest ain't like super stupid. Like, and if you pay it off early, the interest don't hit against you. Why not? Because if all else fails, you could just give you the money that you got. You know you got it, really. It's like a game of, you know you got it, but I'm going to try to work this system like the rich men do. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z got this or that, but he probably gets certain things on credit, so he don't use his past earned income. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm still learning. But yeah, I think this is a nice experience for me. And moral of the story is, if everything goes right, the rest that I owe on it, that I could have paid with my own cash, if I was dumb and used my ego, I can now just sit back and let my safety bonus pay for it. And it doesn't mean that I couldn't have paid for it myself. You know, that's ego. Why do that though? There's no purpose. So basically, the safety bonus is paying for the rest, that's the remaining. But remember, that wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have cash too. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about cash ain't nothing. I don't know why people say this shit. Maybe because they don't have cash stacked or something. But even for y'all people who just get income tax, you don't get bonuses. You get income tax checks. You can use some of those things to pay off shit. You know what I'm saying? Or pay yourself back from when you was paying off loans or, you know, monthly payments for shit. That's all I gotta say, man. Or you could just take the income tax and then pay it on your car or something. You really didn't earn it like that. You got it because you got kids or something. You know what I'm saying? Income tax is like passive income in a way, and so is a safety bonus. I'm not really using my body to do it. All I gotta do is do my job, right? Which I'm gonna do anyway, and you get paid the safety bonus every 3 months. So that's how that happened, man. And because if you think about it, a car depreciates. So why put your hard-earned money into it when I could just put some passive safety bonus income into it? Of course, that $20K, that was my hard-earned money, but the rest of it, nah, the safety bonus paying for that. That's all I gotta say, y'all. Y'all have a good day.